Hi, welcome to Pitch Fest. I'm Sal Jade and I'm so excited for this opportunity to share with you my presentation to get paid to expand your reach, creating connection and running a six-figure business with short online courses as part of my Pitch Fest application to speak live at the 2020 Lady Posse Heart-Centered Business Conference. So today I'm really excited to share with you how you can create sexy, vibrant, evergreen courses that create connection with your students and nurture your students without burning out. I'm also going to share with you some of my best tips on how to become what I call a #lazy marketing genius. So for those of you who don't really want to spend 10 hours a day on Facebook or run 10 webinars a year, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can expand your reach and how you can continually make sales within your business with your evergreen courses without having to burn yourself out, and also how to get your students to actually market your courses for you. So I'm so excited for this opportunity. I'm going to get stuck in a minute, but before I do, I'm just quickly going to share with you a bit about me. So those of you who don't know me, I am a best-selling psychic healing coach and instructor, and I've sold over 100,000 courses on Udemy, which is the world's biggest online education platform. I also help entrepreneurs create courses for Udemy to become bestsellers. And if you don't know much about Udemy, I'll quickly share it has over 245 million enrollments and over 30 million students. So it's become the world's biggest education online platform. And I'm really excited to share with you some of my strategies of how I've become a bestseller. So the most important strategy to consider when you are making evergreen courses, whether or not you've just started or you've already got some and you want to jazz them up a bit more, is to make sure you are creating space for connection and support within your evergreen courses. Keep in mind that most students these days and most of your potential tribe are looking for connection, not just content, and they really want to feel connected to you. However, obviously with evergreen courses that don't offer live coaching aspects, this can be a little bit challenging. So I'm going to share with you how you can do this. So it's really important within your evergreen courses that you are actively encouraging your students to seek support from you. This is your gold mine to expanding your reach, creating connection, and moving beyond six figures. Please avoid the passion dash with an evergreen course. So what I mean by that, where you've just made the sale and now you feel like that's done and you run off and just leave that student to their own devices. This is a classic way to leave not only tons of money on the table, but it's also going to deprive you of an opportunity to help your student feel more nurtured and to feel like they can trust you and want to buy more from you. Now, I can hear some of you saying, well, Sal, isn't that a really poor time leverage strategy? If someone's bought a product from me for, say, $20 or $30 or $50, and now they've got all that great content, like what feels like some of my life's work, and now you're saying I've got to keep giving them more of my time, what about my return on investment for my time? Like, what am I going to get out of that? And I'm going to show you with these strategies how you will easily quadruple your time effort by being able to nurture and create more connection with your students by getting them to seek support from you. So it's really crucial that you create a space within your evergreen courses for your students to share their knowledge and to share what they need to know more of, and also to trust you. And one of the best ways to do this is to set up a Q&A board. This gives you multiple opportunities to increase the know, like, and trust and feeling nurtured factor. It also looks really good visibility-wise because it shows your potential audience that this is an active course. I know on Udemy, I go on there and I look for courses, say, on writing, and if I can see an instructor hasn't answered a question for a month, then I'm not going to buy that course. They're not really interested in further nurturing my progress. And so it really helps if you are visibly seen to be connecting and supporting your students. It also gives you a huge opportunity to show off your expertise in the field. So many of us go into Facebook for hours and hours and hours a day trying to show what we know in our particular niches, or we run webinars. But if you've got a Q&A board, it means that you are visibly not only helping, so you're getting paid to actually help students, but you are actually giving yourself the opportunity to get more exposure about what you know about your niche. And you've got a huge opportunity to upsell. So I have what's called a 50-50 rule, because like so many of you heart-centered entrepreneurs, I don't want to be seen as pushy or spammy or salesy. So whenever a student asks me a question, I will give them one piece of free information, like something short and simple they can go off and do on their own. And then I will say, if you want to go deeper into this, I can recommend this course that I've created, or this higher end VIP program, or a one-on-one consultation with me. And that way you are helping them, but also getting more reach for your business. Now, it's really important to look at a Q&A board or any kind of forum where your students are asking you questions as an opportunity to create more content, more products, and more services. So for me, with example, 5 years ago, I released How to Be Psychic on Udemy, and throughout that course people started asking me questions about tarot, so I released a tarot course. Then I could see that a lot of questions were being asked about how do I trust myself with the cards, so I released a past life therapy course around feeling inadequate when it comes to stepping into your healing and intuitive powers. And recently, so I'm very excited, Udemy has just ventured into the Indian markets. And I was a little bit nervous at first because I know obviously the value of what Indian students would be paying was quite high to them comparatively to what it is in a first world country. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to get all these students asking me questions, and they're going to demand a lot for that small amount of money. However, something so exciting happened to me is that a lot of my Indian students started asking me all these really wonderful in-depth questions about love readings. And from that, I created my entire new course. Please don't be afraid of your students asking you questions. This is your gold mine. Now, you might be asking, how much do I have to give? Now, to give you an idea of my own business model, I have currently over 100,000 enrollments, and I answer between 30 to 50 questions per week. Now, 15% of those questions my VA does, like techie, 15% come from further explanations of existing content, but a whopping 70% of questions I get asked are either potential for upsell, where I can see that my expertise goes beyond the scope of this course, or they give me more content, so I get another best-selling course out of it. Now, other ways you can create opportunities to share and trust is within Facebook groups. Now, many of us already know this, but I want to give you some more additional tips. Facebook groups are fantastic for Evergreen courses because they give your students the chance to practice their skills and build community with like-minded people. And what I mean by this is, instead of thinking of it as more opportunities to market to them, it actually gives them space to feel heard and connected, and it also helps them feel proud of what they've done. And you don't have to create Facebook groups for every single course. You can niche it down so that one flagship course trickles down into the others. I love to do monthly Facebook Lives within these Facebook courses where I give students even more content that has come from the questions that have been asked throughout the week or the month on Facebook, but also in the Q&A board. And I repurpose these as free seminars that I email to existing students, and I also upload it to YouTube, which gives my courses even more exposure. And you can create certificates. So you can do that with Udemy, also with Thinkific, but find a way to create certificates that can be shared within the Facebook group. This inspires students that have just bought the course and perhaps not started it yet to go in and get engaged. I find that 70-80% of the time when someone shares their certificate to say they've completed the course, they will actually give a huge compliment and say how much they loved it, which again is free marketing for you. And also if you're running competitions, it gives students inspiration to get in there and get really engaged, which gives you more trickle-down effects on marketing and being able to upsell other products. So with these strategies, you can let your business run itself and make consistent sales. You can check in with your students every 3 days and still feel connected and create connection. And you will never run out of ideas for new courses, new blog posts, YouTube videos, free opt-ins and webinars. So I hope that has given you some fabulous inspiration about how to get paid to expand your reach and create connection and run a six-figure business with shorter evergreen courses. And if you'd like to see me present even more strategies on advanced marketing strategies with Udemy, with evergreen courses, how to brainstorm the perfect course that will sell, and also how to nail your niche, then vote for me for Pitch Fest. There's so many wonderful women speaking. I can't wait to see everyone again, and I can't wait for this opportunity to connect more with you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sal Jade.